because a lot of people, they want to be on these medications. And I think taking antidepressants in many ways isn't just a scientific thing. I feel like it's also become a very politicized thing, and in a purposeful way as well. There's a lot of books out there and folks who have talked about how the pharmaceutical industry uses almost these patient organizations like NAMI, National Alliance of Mental Illness, Depression Bipolar Support Alliance group, and so the drug companies give them money. They generally have more biological perspectives on mental illness, and so what happens when you fund these groups is, they talk to radio stations, they talk about, and they have kind of these lines, which we hear again and again, which is mental health is undertreated, mental health is stigmatized, antidepressants, they're really helpful, they're saving lives, even though they don't really save lives. So there's no evidence that they save lives. In fact, they increase the rate of suicidality for some populations. And then I also think that we see it in the media a lot. It's so brave to take antidepressants. And a lot of this, I think, is very curated, actually. The reason that we hear so many positive things about antidepressants from the drug companies, I think, is also from politicians who want to appear to be, friendly to this. Well, they want to appear to be empathetic to people suffering, but I think without realizing that the drugs actually aren't really that helpful. And so, I mean, we're in a place right now where when I go on TikTok, it's like, if I get stuck in a hole there, I see so many people just like, I'm taking this med, and I'm taking this one, and this is for this, and this is for that. And people really identify, and sometimes I also think people identify with having a mental illness, and almost this like, see it as, this is the reason for all of my problems, and it's something to be celebrated. And so, yeah, I think there's some really harmful messaging out there about mental illness and how useful the drugs are. I think it's very unbalanced, and I think we only hear positive things, and we don't hear important things. For instance, PSSD, the fact that some people on antidepressants never regain their sexual functioning afterwards. And so that's kind of a roundabout answer, but yeah, I think there's a lot of really bad messaging about these drugs that drive people to